Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So I'm just taking my Neutrogena Hydro Boost moisturizer, and this moisturizer is great if you have quite dry skin, and since the weather here on the Gold Coast has been pretty dry, I feel like my skin's just a lot more drier. So I'm just applying this all over my face and down my neck. And then I'm taking my Baby Skin Pore Minimizer Primer, and I'm just applying that to most parts where I have the most pores, really. And I'm just applying that all over first, and then I'm just blending it in with my finger and just rubbing it in, so going in circular motions both ways. Now I'm taking my Fit Me foundation, and I'm taking the 338 and the Matte and Poreless and the Dewy Skin one and 310. So basically I took those two foundations because the has a more red tone to it, and I just mixed the lighter colour with it, so then it's not too matte and yet it's not as dewy, as my skin does attend to both. But I just like the combination and it looks really good on my skin. So I've just mixed those together and applied it all over my face and blended it in with my Real Techniques Beauty sponge. Now I'm taking my e.l.f. foundation palette in medium, and I'm taking the bottom shade to my right. It's not too warm and it's not too cool for my skin tone. So I've just applied that all over the points where I would normally contour, and I just took a e.l.f. stippling brush and I've just blended it into my hairline and blended it out first. And then I've gone back in with my damp sponge, and just on the edges I'd blend out where it kind of meets so that it doesn't look so harsh. So I'm just repeating the same method and blending out with a brush and then going back over with my blender. Then I've just gone ahead and concealed my face with my Pro Longwear concealer, which I've just applied on my chin, my cupid's bow, my nose, and just under my eyes and my forehead, just to highlight. Then I've just taken my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder and I've gone back in with my damp sponge and just set under my eyes, which I'm not concentrating on really baking with this method. I'm just trying to apply the product under the set and press it into the skin where I would normally tend to crease. And that's basically the only places where I have applied any powder on my face and pressed it all in. Then I've just taken my Maybelline bronzer palette and I've taken the two middle shades and I'm going to use this to bronze up my face just a little bit. So I'm just applying that on my cheeks and around my forehead and also under my jaw and blended it also out through to my neck. Now I'm just taking my Stila highlighter in the shade Bronze. So I just took it with my finger as I felt that it had applied better. And I've just applied that to my cheekbones. And to the bridge of my nose and to the tip of my nose. Because it is a bit too bright, so I just keep blending it out with my finger. And also, since it is feeling a little hot already, I decided to highlight the rest of my body. So I've just applied that to the collars of my body. And then I've also taken it and put it on my shoulders also. You don't have to do this if you don't need to, but because I felt the summer vibes, I have applied it everywhere. Then I'm going back in with the same palette and taking the highlight shade in it, and I'm just going over the top of everything that I had already laid down with the Stila putty highlighter, just to further intensify it. So with that one I had laid it down with a base and gone on top of it to intensify. So I've just applied that on my collarbones, my shoulders, and also to my cheekbones and the tip of my nose and the bridge of my nose and my cupid's bow. And as you can tell, I clearly only took a tiny bit of it, and I tried to dust it off and blend it out, but it was pretty poppin'. And then I went back in with the same palette, and I've just taken the third shade in, and I'm just going to apply that through my crease. With a big fluffy brush. So I'm mostly trying to apply it to the outer V just to give it more depth. And then I'm taking the second shade, and then basically putting it a bit lower and all over my lid. And then I've just mixed the two shades and applied that through my bottom lash line. And I'm focusing most of the product just on the outer V. And then I've just taken the same highlight shade in the same palette, and I've just taken it on my pinky and applied it to my inner corner just to highlight. And then I've just taken my Essence mascara, and I'm just going to run that through my eyelashes. This is probably my most favorite drugstore mascara ever. So I've actually permed my lashes, so I didn't need to curl them. So you can tell the difference. It's so good. And I've just done both eyes and my bottom lashes off camera. And I'm just taking my MAC Fix Plus and basically applying that everywhere to give that dewy ass effect. And then I'm just taking my Maybelline lipstick in this shade 740 and applied that all over my lips. So it's basically the same shade as my lips. And I've just coated that everywhere. But yeah, this is basically the end of my look. I hope you enjoyed this simple bronzy summery makeup tutorial, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in my next one. Bye!